I had a run-in with a professor. I was infuriated because I hate when people waste my time. I'm going to explain to you a scenario with one of my professors. So in this class I'm in, my professor gets up to the front of class. He reads from a PowerPoint. He also posts the PowerPoint online. So I kind of wised up because every other Friday, he says, we're going to do a quiz from the PowerPoints. And I got smart. I said, why am I going to the classes that don't have a PowerPoint? I'll just read the PowerPoint online. And I would follow the class online. I'd only show up on the days to take quizzes. My worst quiz score is 8 out of 10. I'm killing it in this class. Well, my professor emailed me, if you don't start coming to class, I'm going to fail you. Oh, it makes me angry. Like it infuriates me because I don't need to go to class. There's no point. You post everything online. I kill the quizzes. Why do I have to be physically in class? But whatever. I didn't get angry to him. I owned up to it. I said, you know what? I'll do whatever you want. I did my very best to not burn any bridges because I know this professor is the chair of my program. And even though I think he's wasting my time, even though I think this professor is dead wrong, I did what he wanted because I don't want to ruin future relationships. I was very careful not to burn bridges. I never know when I might need his recommendation or I need his help, this or that. He's a chair of my program. I can't mess with him. So I'm not perfect, but I think handled the situation better than Baker Mayfield would have. Here is how Baker Mayfield handled a recent situation. Because I love Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield's incredible. He's like Braveheart. He's got this moxie. He's awesome. But Baker Mayfield sure does make it hard to like him sometimes. It drives me nuts. So Baker Mayfield had an interview with the Chargers recently. And the Chargers asked Baker Mayfield, hey, we're going to meet with you. Coming into the meeting, study this playbook. Here's a playbook. They pop it down. They give him a playbook. They say, Baker, study this playbook. And Baker Mayfield didn't. Baker Mayfield did not prepare for the interview. He did not study the playbook that the Chargers gave him. And I kind of get it. You know, Baker Mayfield said he was not prepared for the meeting. He showed up. He still went, but he was not ready. And Baker Mayfield explained his reasoning with this. Baker Mayfield said, well, since they're not a top 5 pick, there's no chance I'm going there. I don't want to waste my time studying their playbook. I got other stuff to do. I got a lot on my plate. And I get it, right? The problem is you don't want to burn bridges. You do not want to burn bridges. You know, once upon a time, my brother died. He took his life. I dropped out of college. It was really hard for me. I went and worked at a car place. And I did not want to work at this car place. It was awful. It was rough. Not what I want to do. But when I left that job, I went to LA, then I went back to college. When I left that car place job, I was very careful not to burn any bridges, not to ruin my relationship with my boss. And now this summer, I'm going back to my hometown. I'm actually working weekends at this car place because, no offense, YouTube doesn't make enough money. And so I'm working there this summer. So Baker Mayfield made a big mistake. He may not be going to the Chargers, but you never know what the future holds. It's just not smart to make enemies. It's not smart to burn bridges and hurt relationships. You never know what's going to happen to the Chargers coaching staff. Maybe a coach moves, or maybe Baker Mayfield, I hate to say this, but maybe Baker Mayfield completely fails in New York. Then maybe, guess what? Maybe Baker Mayfield needs a second opportunity, and the Chargers, because they had a bad experience with him, the Chargers won't want to give it to him. Do not burn bridges, everybody. It's not smart. It's a bad idea. Even if the person's dead wrong, even if they're wasting your time, like my professor was, don't. Keep her cool. Keep a good relationship. Do not burn bridges. It's not smart for the future. And now Baker Mayfield has kind of a mark on his back. Because coaches talk. There's a whole saying around the league, football's family. It's not just in the NFL. It's everywhere. Football's family. I know a lot of people that are coaches in high school and in college. They get all their jobs because they know people. The quarterback coach at Lewis and Clark before I was there, he works at UCLA because he knew the head coaching staff there. He worked with them. The point of that is all to say that the reason why you don't want to hurt personal relationships, you never want to make a bad impression, is because people talk all over the place. Maybe the Jets love Baker Mayfield, but now a team that might have liked him is scared off of him. Because the Chargers, don't forget the Chargers are in the same division as the Denver Broncos. I'm sure they talk. I'm sure that they talk. I think there's a funny ending to this story. When Baker Mayfield said the reason he did not study the playbook was because he had a lot on his plate. He said, no offense, but I got a lot on my plate. I can't study the playbook. So when reporters asked the Chargers general manager, Tom Teslico, what he thought, Tom Teslico, the Chargers general manager, responded with this. I'm probably not prepared to comment on this. My plate's pretty full. I love that. Don't burn bridges in life. It's just not smart. I think Tom Teslico, the Chargers general manager, was a little bit upset. I thought it was funny. His response was he mirrored what Baker Mayfield said. All right. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports by telling your friends about this show. Share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, whatever it is. Tell your friends. Help me grow Strong Opinion Sports. And remember, you can subscribe on iTunes, on SoundCloud, and on YouTube. Tell your friends. Subscribe to the show. Thank you so much. Have a great day.